This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
So once again, good morning everyone. First of all, welcome to PVR Cloud Tech. My name is Srinivas. I'm having total 13 years of experience as a data engineer. So currently I'm working as a senior data engineer in one of the organization, and my skill set is Python, SQL, big data. I worked on PySpark, and the last couple of years I'm working in the Azure Stack, Azure Data Factory, Databricks, Synapse, Microsoft Fabric, and Power BI. This is my skill set. So, as part of our course, Full Stack Data Engineer. Okay. So, before going to this course, exactly what is the content of the course, would like to tell you briefly about the introduction to the data. Guys, here during the session, okay, in the session I can see some are freshers, some are non-IT people, some are entire different background, and some are completely experienced guys. So I have to cover everyone point of view. So I'm going to start from the basic. So first 15 minutes guys, so I'm going to explain completely basic. So experienced people guys, you can plan accordingly. So today agenda is, so I would like to discuss what is data, what is a database, what is a DBMS or RDBMS, what is ETL, what is a difference between a database versus data warehouse, what is cloud computing, what are the roles and responsibilities of data engineer, and what are the Azure data engineering services we are going to learn. Okay, so we'll go one by one guys. So throughout our journey, frequently we will heard the terminology data, data, data. So what is it data? Data is a collection of raw facts. It can be any characters, numbers, audio files, video files, images, everything we can consider it as a data. Then what is a database? Database is a collection of logically related data and stored in a single place. So whatever the data we are going to store in the database. Consider an example. So here, before software came into picture, so if you want to maintain any data, we are going to maintain in the books. For suppose before software, consider before 1950s. Okay, whatever the data, everything we are going to maintain the book. For suppose you are going to start a business, your business related, what is the sales happen, what is the purchases happen, everything we are going to maintain in the book. At the end of the year we are going to do manual calculation, and we can come to know what is the profit and what is the loss of your business, and everything here it is in the manually. Once softwares came into picture, we are going to maintain the data in the database. The database is a place where we are going to maintain the data, and here we are going to maintain the data in the form of rows and columns. This is similar to in the Excel we can see rows and columns. Similar way we are going to maintain the data in the database in the form of tables. So tables contains rows and columns we are going to maintain in the tables. Consider an example. So for suppose here before online applications and all, so if you want to apply any exam, any notifications banking related, so once the notification released we have to fill the form, we have to send the details. After 15 days you will get the call letter. According to that you will plan. The same thing once online came into picture, so people are filling the online applications form, the details will be into the database, and the database they are going to maintain the data. As per the data they are going to check your marks and they are going to release your call letters. So here,
Hello, hello. Am I audible?
yes, Saurabh.
Yeah, actually, your screen is. I mean to say that please can you zoom your screen? Actually, what you are teaching, what you are writing, it is. I am not able to focus. Very small letters are coming, so that I want to zoom out your screen, full screen.
Can we able to see the screen?
This screen I am able to see, but the pictures what you have explained that I am not able to
Fine,
understand.
sure, Saurabh.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, now no. So here, for suppose an example, so where this data is generating, consider an example. You are going to fill the, so for suppose you are doing online applications, so you are shopping online, okay, Amazon related. So Amazon you are doing sign up, so you are filling the details like customer ID, sorry, customer name, okay, username, password, your mail details, your address details, and then you are doing the sign up. Okay, so you are doing some registration. Okay, whatever the details are there, name, okay, password, okay, your mobile number, your mail id, so whatever the details, you are going to fill the details, you are going to fill these details, and once the details you are registered, the details will be into the database. So here in the database it is going to maintain the data in the form of tables. Here you can see the details like this. So here it is going to maintain the details here. So next time when you log in, it is going to take the details from here and it is going to display the details. So first time when you are registered, the details will be into the database. So here it is going to maintain the data. Next time when you log in, here you can see the details. Okay. Similar way, for suppose here consider Amazon related. Okay. So here, so there are, so once you have done in online shopping, so there are some customers are there, some people are mentioning the orders. Okay, so whatever the order details, they are going to back and they are going to maintain the database like this. So here customer details are present here. Consider customer, whatever the products he has purchased, here you can see the details, and what are the orders he placed, you can see here. So here what happened is, these Amazon people backend they are going to maintain the databases. Okay, consider a SQL server like that. So in the database, the data is present in the form of tables. So once you are filling the form, okay, so once you are do login, so the details will be coming from this customer table. So once you place the order, okay, so whatever the details you play, whatever the details of the order will be into the orders table. So what are the products are there, so the products data into products table, so the data will be into the tables. So here the data is generated from the web application, so the data is going to be maintained in the tables. Okay, so here, so database is a place where you are going to store the data, and DBMS or RDBMS, which is a software. a DBMS or RDBMS, Relational Database Management System, or DBMS, Database Management System. Okay, Database Management System is a software which organize the database, So the popular RDBMS systems are, example, Oracle, SQL Server, Teradata, DB2, Netezza, Vertica. So like multiple RDBMS systems are there. There we are going to maintain the data in the tables. Okay. Then what is ETL? Guys, here data is a collection of raw facts. It can be anything. So the once the data is generated, we have to maintain that one. So we are going to maintain in the database. To organize the database means I want to insert a data into database, I want to update, delete, I want to organize the database. There is a software, RDBMS systems, Relational Database Management System, which is a software to organize the data in the database. Then what is ETL? Consider an example. I'm having a banking related, I'm having ICICI related data. So this ICICI related, they're having multiple customer details. Okay, so they're having customer details, whatever the loans they are purchasing, okay, whatever the credit cards data, debit cards data. So like they are going to maintain the data, consider they are going to maintain in the database. So here I'm having a database which is a Oracle. So here I'm going to maintain the customer details. So here I'm having customer ID, name, date of birth. So I'm having a customer details like this in the table. So ICICI related, whatever the customer details, they are going to maintain in the Oracle database. Similar way, so ICICI related, whoever taking the credit card related, so they are going to maintain the credit card transactions in one more database, consider SQL Server. So here customer credit card transactions. So they are going to maintain the data in the database. Consider here it is having like this. It is having like this. So here it is going to maintain the customer credit card transactions. It is going to maintain here. Okay, customer credit card transactions. Now my requirement is, consider I am the business user, I am the high level person. Okay, so in the banking related, I'm the high level person. So my requirement is, so here I'm the person, I would like to see the customer details. Who has done the transaction more than 5 lakhs last month. So he want to see the details of the customers who has done transactions more than 5 lakhs last month. So he want to see the data in the form of report. So he would like to know what is the customer ID, what is the customer name, what is the date of birth, what is his card number, and what is the transaction amount and transaction date. He wants to know transaction date. Here if you observe this one, guys, customer details are present here, transaction details are present here. I'm repeating, customer details are present in this database, customer transaction details are present in the another database like SQL Server. Okay, so but my user requirement is he would like to see the data, both data. So here what we can do is, we have to move the data from here to here, or we have to get this data into here. So to do that, there are some predefined processes there. So here ETL, which is a process, So here what I am doing is I am extracting the data. I'm extracting the data from the Oracle and I want to load the data into here. For suppose I want to do this one. From here to here I want to move and I want to load it into here. So in this case, what I am doing is I'm going to move the data into here, from here to here. So I'm extracting the data from the Oracle and I'm loading the data into here because somewhere I have to maintain both. Okay. Now, so what is the T? T stands for transform. Transform. What does it mean? As per the requirement, we can transform the data. Consider an example. So here, the date of birth is in the format like this: a DD, YYY format. But user, he would like to know the data in the form of DD, YYY format. He would like to see the data in the form of this format. So here hyphen, this is the forward slash. So as per the requirement, when you after extracting the data, before loading into the target, here I'm going to apply the transformations. So here in this case, what is the transformation? Convert date of birth from, okay, DD YY2 as per the requirement. Here we can transform the data. So this is a ETL process. To do this ETL, there are some ETL tools are there. There are some ETL tools are there like Informatica, DataStage, Ab Initio, Teradata, sorry, DataStage, okay, Ab Initio. So like Talend, like multiple ETL tools are there. So those who is working on these ETL tools, they are call it as a ETL developers. So they are ETL developers. So what these people will do is they are going to extract the data from the source. They are going to load it into the target. Meanwhile, as per the requirement, they are going to apply the transformations. Any cleaning data, transforming the data. So they are going to do that one. So using these kind of ETL tools. Okay, so those are all ETL developers here, guys. So in this case, both are databases. It can be from file to database. It can be database to file to file. Source can be any, target can be any. Source can be any, target can be any. Okay, now, so that is about the ETL process. Similar to ETL, so there are two more. So there is a ETL, ELT and EL. Let me show you. So just now we have seen ETL process. Extract the data from the Oracle as per the requirement, convert the date of birth, apply the transformation, loaded into this one. So extract, transform, load. This is the ETL. Similar way, we are having ELT. Similar way, we are having ELT. Extract the data from the Oracle, first loaded into the target as it is. Loaded into the target as it is. Once the data is into the target, as per the requirement, we can apply the transformation. For suppose I'm having a departments, okay, credit card department, loan department, debit card department. So everybody is required the customer details. So the customer details are present here. Now I'm going to load the data customer details into here. Then whatever these people requirement, so they may convert the date of birth here. They may convert this one. They may convert the date of birth in different format. Once the data is into the target, as per the requirement, we can apply the transformation. This process is called as ELT process: extract, load and transform. And there is a one more: extract and load. Whatever the source data as it is, we are going to load it into the target without any transformation. So this process is a EL: extract and load. Okay, now here, guys, so once the data is moving into here, as per requirement, we are going to generate the reports. Here we are going to generate the reports because the data is into here, customer details are present here, card transactions are present here, so that I can generate the report. Guys, here to generate the reports, earlier we are having a reporting team, they are going to generate the reports. What is the purpose of these reports? For suppose consider, I am having this one. So just now I said, right, 1 second. Okay, so for suppose consider Amazon people, they are going to maintain the data, customers data, orders data, products data. So here this Amazon people consider they arranged a prime day sale, okay, any big billion day like that, they are arranged the sale. Now they would like to see the a difference between normal day and prime sales day. Okay, so they want to see the data. So for suppose I am the high end people, okay, so for suppose I am the high level people, I would like to know each brand related what is the sales happened. Okay, normal day and the prime day sales, is there any difference happened, I would like to see. For suppose if I see the data here, or if I suppose if I see the data here, it can be thousands of records or millions of records, I could not able to understand what is the sales happen, because the data is present in the tables. Okay, so for users purpose, so there will be a separate team, they are going to generate the reports. Now the same thing, for suppose if the data is like this. Okay, so here be a data engineer, he is going to say, boss, 19th day the sales is happened, 20th day the sales is happened, each product related. For suppose here I have 1,000 records, it is difficult to understand which one is good. So the same thing, if I convert this one into the report, so here if I see this report, whatever the data, if I convert this one into the report, by seeing this one I can say that, okay, so the motor sales is earlier is this one, it is decreased, remaining all increased the sale. So here by seeing the report I can take business decisions. Okay, so if I make a prime sale, my sales is increased, I can take a decision, and I can inform it to the my clients. Okay, boss, for your brand related products, normal day is this one, prime day is in this one, so if you provide the offers, your sales will be increased, so I can take a decision. If I see the data like this, I cannot take a decision. Okay, but when I see the data in the reports, I can take a decision. So there will be a separate reporting team will be there to do this kind of reports. So here there will be a separate reporting team. A separate reporting team will be there. So they are going to generate the reports as per the user requirement. So in this case, so I can organize the data in the table. Okay, so now there is a reporting team, they are going to generate the reports. So that is the purpose of the reporting team, reporting to take a decisions. Here we have to know one more terminology, a difference between a database versus a data warehouse. Guys, there are few more data lake house next classes I will tell you. For the timing, as we are the beginners, I would like to say only few things. So database and data warehouse, what is the difference? Okay, so far we have what we have understand is data everywhere it is going to generate, so we can maintain the data in the database. To organize the data, we have to use the softwares. So ETL is a process to move the data from one place to another place as per the requirement. Okay, now what is database and data warehouse? Guys, I will address the questions. Okay, give me some time. So some people are experienced, guys, whatever your questions and all I will address. So as we are in the beginners are there, so I'm going to cover first beginning point of view. I will address every questions and all, guys. Now, what is the database and what is the data warehouse? So here just now I said, okay, so for suppose you are having an online application, whatever the data, this data we are going to maintain in the database where we are going to store the data. So here consider I am having a database. Consider I am having a database. So in the database, so the data is coming from any front-end applications and all. Anything, the data can be source can be anything. So here database, consider in the simple terminology, it is going to maintain the less amount of data. For suppose the transactions related, it is going to maintain 2025 April bank transaction, 2025 May transactions. Like less amount of data is going to maintain in the database. Okay, so that's why here we can do OLTP operations, means online transactional processing. Online transactional processing. For suppose if you observe here, for suppose if you have a ATM, okay, in the ATM, so front end you can see a desktop kind of thing. So once you withdraw amount, okay, the request will go to the database, the bank balance gets updated, then you can see in the mobile banking and net banking the bank balance gets updated. So here it is going to maintain the database in the backend, so it is going to have a transactions. So whatever the transactions, insert, updates, deletes, everything will be happened in the database. So here it is a less amount of data, less amount of data. OLTP operations, example ATM, withdraw amount in the ATM. And there is a one more thing, which is a data warehouse. One more thing, which is a data warehouse. In the data warehouse, we are going to maintain the historical data. In the data warehouse, we are going to maintain the historical data, means for suppose banking transactions related. So I can maintain 2022 all the months, 2023, 2024 all the months, and 2025. Okay, so here Jan, Feb, March, April, May. So every data I'm going to maintain here. A data warehouse contain entire historical data. So whatever the data in the database, so whatever the data in the database, periodically we are going to move the database data into the data warehouse. So for this, we can use the ETL. As I said, ETL is a process. We can use the tools to move the data from source to target. Using ETL tools, we are going to move the data into the data warehouse. Data warehouse. In the data warehouse, we are going to organize the data. Okay, we are going to organize the data in the data warehouse. Here historical data is present. Okay, so on top of this one, business team, okay, as per the requirement, there is a reporting team. They are going to generate the reports. They are going to generate the reports. Okay, for suppose in the data warehouse, I can have all customer details, all orders details, all products details. Okay, everything is present here. Then as per the requirement, I can consider, for suppose my particular product related last 3 years, what is the sales growth, year by year sales growth I want to know. Okay, so here I am the business person, I am the high level person. So whatever the transactions I can see here, but I cannot take any decisions. Where what I can understand, if it is there in the graphical representation, I can easily understand what is my sales growth, so that I can take a decision. So for this, we have to generate the report. To generate the report, we require the data. The data is present in the data warehouse, where we are having all historical data. So what you have to understand is simple terminology. So there is a less amount of data in the database. In the data warehouse, there is a huge amount of data. So here, so whatever the source, we have to ingest the data into the data warehouse. Once data is present here, as per the business requirement, I can generate the report, so that the people will take a decision. People will take a decisions on it. Now here, be a data engineer, your responsibility is we have to organize the database. Whatever this data warehouse you have to organize. It can be data warehouse or it can be data lake. Your responsibility is, so whatever the sources, we have to ingest the data, and we have to organize the data, and we have to provide the data to the business, so that they can take a decisions, and they will generate the reports, and they can take a decisions on top of it. So here in the data warehouse, mainly we are going to perform OLAP operations. OLAP operations, nothing but online analytical processing. What is analytics? So as per the requirement, okay, we have to process the data. For suppose, consider an example, your annual bank statement. For this, it wants entire historical data of the entire year. So it has to go for a data warehouse, and it has to prepare the statement, and it is going to send an email. So here we are going to perform on top of the historical data. For suppose your monthly credit card bill, so during the month, whatever the transactions are happened, end of the day, end of the month, you will get a bill. Okay, so that is the data warehouse. On top of the data warehouse historical data, we are going to perform the transformation, perform the operations. Okay, so here this is the ETL process here, guys. So the main roles and responsibilities of data engineer is, first we have to ingest the data, clean the data, transforming the data, process the data, and to provide the data to the reports. What does it mean? Okay, guys, let me save this one. Guys, after the session I will provide the recording, entire thing, even documents, everything. Okay, now consider here, for suppose I am the ICICI person, I am the ICICI bank. Okay, so here banking related, not only physical banking. Okay, back end there is a software team will be there, back end software development team will be there. For suppose this ICICI related, so there will be a source system. So this data is going to maintain the source system, like Visa and Master. So you can see Visa card, MasterCard. So that is the third party one. So they are going to maintain a different banks related data. Different banks related data they are going to maintain in their environment. In their environment, data warehouse they are going to maintain. So they are going to maintain the data warehouse. Okay. So here, so currently I'm working here as a data engineer. Consider I'm working here as a data engineer. So my data, okay, so I'm working as data engineer in ICICI. So my data is present in the Visa and Master team. Okay, so for mine, okay, I'm working here. What is the source system? Visa and Master, because they are going to maintain my data. So my requirement is be a data engineer. My responsibility is I have to get my data into here. So Visa and Master, so they are going to maintain the data warehouse. Here it is having ICICI related transactions. So ICICI related transactions they are going to maintain. So now what I have to do is I have to maintain the environment in my environment. So here I am going to maintain the SQL Server data warehouse. I am going to maintain. Okay, so here my responsibility is I have to connecting to the source, whatever my data, I have to get my data, I have to organize the data into my environment, so that so my related data, ICICI related data is presenting in my environment. So here, be a data engineer, your responsibility is as per the source. Okay, whoever the source, it can be a file system, or it can be a data warehouse, or it can be API. We have to connect into the source systems. We have to get the data. Here you have to organize the data in your environment. So if any cleaning operations, if any special characters, unnecessary characters, or any unnecessary columns, we have to clean the data. If you want to add any new columns, we can add a new columns, and we have to organize the data in the data warehouse. So here we are going to organize the data in the data warehouse. Now as per the business, okay, for suppose there is a business team, as once the data is organized, So here, as per the business team, I am going to provide the data to the business team. They are going to generate the reports. They are going to generate the reports. So for suppose in the previous example, I said, one second. So here, consider, so here he is the business user. Okay, business user. Okay, so here what happened is he would like to see the customers transactions who has done the more than 5 lakhs transactions in the last month. He would like to see the person's age and details, how much transactions they are seeing. He want to see the report. So here, better be a data engineer, my responsibility is I have to connect into the source system, whatever the card transactions data, I have to get the data and I have to maintain here, and I have to see the generating the reports. These reports business team will see and they can take decisions. So we are be a data engineer, your responsibility is we have to ingest the data, cleaning the data as per the requirement, transforming the data. Whoever required, they have to provide the data. Consider makeup artist. So once if you want to give in front of any interview, okay, so what is the purpose of the makeup artist? So he is going to take the anchor, he is going to clean the face and all, he is going to get them ready to face the camera. Similar way, the person is the data engineer, responsibility is we have to get the data, organize the data as per the requirement, provide the data to the business. So here guys, so earlier guys, we are having some ETL tools. Using ETL developers, ETL tools are there. They are going to connecting to the sources and they are going to organize the data, and then they have to provide the data to the reports. So there is no more ETL developers and all. So now the role of the data engineer is the same thing. So data engineer has to do everything data engineer has to do. Okay, so here, this is the responsibility of the data engineer. Earlier guys, we are going to use some ETL tools and then some data warehouses, okay, to maintain the data, and to load the data we are using the Linux servers. Now the same thing, instead of maintaining this kind of environment, because my data is huge amount of data. Earlier I have a less amount of data, now my data is huge amount of data. So I'm going to get the huge amount of data, a big data. So these traditional systems does not able to handle that one. So to handle that one, so we are having a cloud computing. We are having a cloud computing. Guys, big data related in detail, next class I will tell you. So today I have to let you know what is the responsibility of the data engineer. Okay, so earlier we are using these things to get the data, organize the data, but the data is huge, so these are all not supporting that one. So cloud came into picture. Then what is a cloud? What is cloud computing? Okay, let me tell you. What is the meaning of ingestion? Means we have to get the data. So consider, okay, my data, okay, ICICI I'm working here, my data is there in the Visa and Master, so that is the different team they are going to maintain. So I have to ingest, means I have to get the data into my environment. Okay, now what is cloud computing? What is cloud computing? So here guys, for suppose consider I want to start a retailer business. I want to start a retailer business. Okay, retailer website like Flipkart. I want to start my own website. So to do that, what are the things are required? What are the things are required? So first I have to maintain the website. So means, so I have to purchase some web servers related. And then I want to maintain some customer details. I want to maintain, I have to purchase some database. Then I have to maintain the office infrastructure. I have to maintain office infrastructure, and then I have to take some networking related. I have to install, I have to take the software licenses related. Okay, I have to take the, I have to concern the security related. So like multiple factors are required. I have to purchase everything and I started the website. I started the website. I purchased everything as per my requirement and I started the website. So here what happened is, after 6 months, I came to know whatever the website I'm going to maintain, it won't be okay. It won't working fine. I mean to say, the business is not expected. So what happened is, I want to shut down the business. So then what happened is, whatever the things you spend here, everything will be gone. So whatever the things you spend here, everything will be gone. So instead of maintaining your own environment, we can go for cloud providers. So what these people are doing is, they are going to provide everything. So as per the requirement, so whatever these things they are going to provide here, you can use those services and you can pay for it. Okay, so this is an example. Let me tell you an example. Okay, let me tell you an example. I am sitting in the home. I'm sitting in the home. I'm going to use the laptop. So this laptop, I will get the power from the power socket. Okay. So for this home, you will get the power from your nearby power station. There is a nearby power station will be there. So you are going to get the power from the power station. Okay, similar way. So in the village, each village will be having a power station. Okay, so now these people will get the power from the one more. So these people also get the power from the power station. So here, individual home related, there is no power station. Entire village related, there is a power station. Now here you will get the power bill. Based on amount of power you consumed. If you consume more power, so then more power bill will be generated. This is, as you know, this is a common thing. Similar way here. So similar way here, in the cloud environment also, software related, whatever the services are related. Okay, so not only data engineering services, database, virtual machines, networking related, security related, they are going to maintain by the cloud providers. So someone has maintaining this one. Some cloud providers, they are going to maintain this one. Now as per the requirement, so I'm going to starting the new website. Instead of maintaining my own environment, here I can use those services. So database related, they are going to maintain. Okay, security related, networking related, they are already having a services. So you no need to buy your own. You no need to set up your own environment. So you means you no need to have a own power station. Village related, there is a power station, you can use that one. Similar way, cloud providers are already providing the services. You can use those services and you can pay for it. For suppose I want to maintain the website retailer like Flipkart. I want to maintain 6 months of my customer data. So for suppose, so the data is a around 1 TB data I want to maintain. So you can pay $50 for it. For suppose my business is good. I want to maintain few more. Okay, for suppose I want to maintain 2 TB of data. Then you can pay more, $100. For suppose you don't want to maintain, so for suppose 6 months I maintained, later I don't want to maintain. Okay, so I want to maintain only 500 GB data. Then you can pay for it. So here what happened is, as per the requirement, the amount of you utilize the resources, you have to pay for it. So here, that's why nowadays most of the people are moving into the cloud environment, because someone is already provided. You don't need to take any risk and all. Okay, someone is going to maintain, so you can utilize those services and you can pay for it. So here guys, so this data engineering related also, instead of using the traditional, so there are already cloud providers. So like Amazon, so they are providing AWS. Google, they are providing GCP. Similar way, we are having a Microsoft, they are providing the Azure. They are providing the Azure. So here, as part of our learning, so whatever the data engineering services, okay, so to get the data, organize the data, provide the data to the business, everything we are going to do in the cloud environment, which is Microsoft Azure. Okay, so here guys, so to use those services, okay, so out of hundreds of services, couple of services are exclusively for the data engineering related. So here guys, we will learn those data engineering services. So here, as part of our full stack data engineering, so here we are going to learn, first we are going to start with the Python guys. Python is a programming language. So guys, generally people are scared about the programming language. So it seems to be like in the 10th class, people are school days, people are scared about the mathematics related. So people are scared about the Python related, not only this one, any programming language. So that's why they move to any admin related, testing related. So I'm not interested for coding. People are saying like that. So coding is a difficult, it is a kind of myth only guys. Of course, nowadays plenty of AI tools are there. Coding become very easy. Instead of administration related, instead of this one back end related, coding is become easy. Plenty of AI tools are there. AI tools are there. Even okay, our Azure services are already integrated with AI. Already integrated with AI. So development is very easy, guys. Okay, so to know that, we have to know the basics. For suppose, consider calculators came into picture. So if you know basics of max, so then you can use the calculator easily. Multiple calculations we can do easily. Similar way, to use the AI tools, okay, you should know the basics of programming. For suppose, if you are working in the Python related, you know, you should know basics of Python, because it is going to provide everything. To understand this one, basics is required. So you no need to be a master blaster in the Python related. Okay, so not only Python, any programming language, as part of our learning, we are going to discuss with the Python. And then everywhere we are going to organizing the data. So here, database related, we have to know SQL. So here, so consider, I said we are going to maintain the data in the database. Okay, so I'm going to maintain the data in the database. Okay, so here I want to communicate with the database, because my data is present here. Because my data is present here, I want to communicate with this database. To do that, some language is required. Some language is required. For suppose, here consider, for suppose you are the Indian, you went to US. To communicate with another person, you require a language like English. Using the language, you are going to interact with the person. Similar way, to interact with the database, we require a language like SQL. Like SQL. Okay, so here you are going to learn language related. Similar way, we are going to learn the language related to using this language, we are going to communicate. Similar way, Python related also is a language to communicate with the environment. We should know the language. So because, for suppose, he knows English only, so now you are going to interact with them using English. Similar way, database related, to interact with this database, there is a language SQL. Using this, there is a predefined commands. Here you are doing some predefined sentences you are forming, you are going to communicate with this one. Similar way, here you are going to predefined commands are there. Using these commands, I can interact with the database. Okay, that is SQL related. And we are going to organize the data in the database. Earlier, now data warehouse. So data warehouse concepts are required. So once we have to organize the data, okay, so what are the ways we have to organize, what are the rules we have to follow, those things we are going to discuss in the data warehousing concepts. And then we have to understand the ETL related. I said extract, transform, load. Be a data engineer. I want to connecting to the source. I have to get the data. I have to organize to connecting to the source. So ETL is required. Those ETL tools I'm going to discuss in the Azure Data Factory. So this is in cloud I'm going to discuss. Okay. And before that, I want to maintain the storage. Somewhere I have to maintain the store. Somewhere I have to maintain the data. For suppose my Flipkart customer, my website customers are generating the data. So they are going to maintain some environment. So I'm going to use the space in the cloud. So this is the storage accounts, Azure Data Factory ETL related. And I'm going to discuss Azure Databricks. So there is a big data, huge amount of data to handle this one. So I'm going to use the cloud environment again. And then we are having a Azure SQL Server to maintain the transactional data. And we are having Azure Synapse Analytics. Guys, the people who are entire different background, the terminology is completely new to you. Okay, so coming classes you will understand. So those who already having a basic idea, some people are already joined, they can understand. For your case today, what you have to understand is there is a data, so we have to organize the data. So there is a data engineer, the responsibility of the data engineer. So that is, you have to understand entire different background related, guys. Okay, so these are all the tools we are going to discuss: Azure Synapse Analytics, Microsoft Fabric, and Power BI. So starting from the data ingestion to, okay, data ingestion, organizing the data and providing the data to the business in the form of reports, end to end I'm going to cover these 6 months course, guys. These 6 months course. Now, so what are the prerequisites for this one? Okay, so guys, the prerequisites is, one is you should have a lot of patience and you should have a commitment, guys, because everything I'm going to start from the beginning. Everything I'm going to start from the beginning. You should have a lot of patience to learn related. So generally, guys, some people understand first time, some people can understand second time. So if you are in this person, so you should have a patience to learn second time, to go through the session second time also. Okay, and here, guys, nowadays when you go for any interview, whether you are a fresher, whether you are a 10 to 15 years experience, guys, at least one language is mandatory. When programming language is mandatory. Okay, and SQL is mandatory, guys. These things, before last 25 years, these are all the syntaxes, everything is same. Next 20 years also it will be the same only. Okay, so this SQL is required, programming is mandatory. And down the line, guys, one cloud is mandatory. Down the line, one cloud is mandatory. Okay, because everything is moving into the cloud nowadays. So the cloud is mandatory nowadays, guys. Okay, so here, as part of our learning, I am going to discuss Python and SQL here. And here in the cloud, I am going to discuss about the Azure related. Okay, and here even in the industry also, people are expecting multiple skills, guys. People are expecting multiple skills. Jack of all, master of none. You no need to be a master in one, but you should know all. So nowadays what happened is, earlier we are having a ETL developers, earlier we are having a this one, a reporting related. Now people are asking data engineer has to do everything, starting from data ingestion to generating the dashboard. So data engineer has to do. So that's why if you go for any Power BI related, there will be no much opportunities individual. People are expecting the combination, guys. For suppose you are the interviewer. Okay, for suppose you are the interviewer, I'm the panel member. One person is going to say, boss, I'm master in the Databricks. Okay, sorry, I'm master in the Python, SQL, like two skills are there. So one more person is there, he is saying he know multiple skills. He know multiple skills. To whom you will prefer? You will prefer this person only, right? So nowadays, people are expecting multiple skills, guys. Okay, and this one, as I'm going to start from the beginning, guys, And along with, I'm going to cover, okay, end-to-end projects also, guys. Guys, experienced people, I will address the questions. Give me some time. End-to-end projects also, resume preparation, interview questions, mock interviews. So I will make you ready for the interview, guys. That is my responsibility. So how to do is my responsibility. This is not first batch. So I have a multiple batches. Okay, I have deal more than 50 batches. Okay. So how to make you ready for the interview is my responsibility. So what I'm expecting from you is a commitment, guys. Okay. So if you decide this thing is my life next to 3-4 months, so trust me, you will change the career, guys. So I can see the people last 3 years. So enter non-IT to IT. Non-IT to IT people are there. Okay, so school teachers are there, engineering faculties are there, some US recruiters are there. So some people are already there. For suppose some people, I can say 10 years experience. So their package still 12 lakhs like that, because they're same company from the last couple of years. Okay, so now these kind of people also, after learning, for suppose this candidate 10 years in the testing, now after learning my course, he can say that total years are 10 years, 7 years in the testing, and 3 years in the data engineering. He can say like that. So to make him get ready for the interview, resume preparation is my responsibility. For suppose you are already working in the ETL developers. Okay, you are already working in the data background. Whatever your existed projects and all, you can convert the same thing into the cloud environment as well. Cloud environment as well. So that is also I will teach you. Okay, and many people, guys, so 10 years 12 lakhs, many people are in the comfort zone. Many people are there in the comfort zone. To come out of the comfort zone is important, guys. So many people, I have a multiple calls from experienced guys, 10 years same company, 7 lakhs 8 lakhs package. So they are scared to come out of this one. For suppose consider your manager came to your desk and he is going to say next week is your last working day. Will you be able to face this position or not? Next week is your last working day. What is your position? Always try to upgrade your skills, guys. Whatever in the market, try to learn and move the career. So some people are saying some data science AI related, guys. So people are this one, some buzzwords are there, data science. So if you observe last decade, people are the data science, like 3 lakhs 5 lakhs people are spending huge amount of money for this one. What about the opportunities related? So here data engineer is the responsibility, as I said, to build the data platform. Data engineer is the responsibility. After that only data science came into picture. Okay, so we cannot stop generating the data. So we cannot say to the customer, boss, we don't have a database, okay, don't do today transactions. We cannot say to the customers. So be a data engineer, your responsibility is organize the data. We cannot stop generating the data, so that your job will be safe always. And that too now cloud related, guys. Coming to the Microsoft related, so they already proved one in the data background. So they are already having SQL Server and SSIS, SSRS, MSBI reports, Power BI. They already proved in the data background. So the same customers, more than 7,000 clients are there. They are moving into the cloud Azure. So that too, Microsoft recently launched this Fabric, guys. Okay, so to understand this Fabric, these are all things are required to understand the Fabric. So whatever the individual service they integrated in the Fabric. So if you learn Fabric, guys, next decade you can rule. Okay, to understand the Fabric, these are all the services are required. So that is I will teach you in the next sessions, guys. So here coming to the course related, guys, as I said, this is the 6 months duration, daily 1 hour, guys. 10 a.m. to around 11:30 a.m. I will take a session. After the session, we'll provide the recording. Whether you are a fresher, non-IT, experienced, guys, whoever, they can join the course. For working people, guys, if the time is convenient, you can join. Otherwise, you can go for recording sessions also. After the session, I will provide the recordings. So whenever you required, I will connect one-to-one. I will connect one-to-one. And here the sessions, guys, both online and offline is available. guys, I will address the questions. Okay, both online and offline is available, guys. So after completion of this one, so afternoon we can have some kind of study hour, guys. So I have a capacity of 30 members. Okay, so you can sit there and you can study here. So we don't have 100 members, 200 members. We'll take hardly 30 members, guys. So we'll mentor only these 30 members, guys. Okay, and every day completely this is the practical oriented, guys. Theoretical related, you can go to the YouTube, you will get a tons of material. So mine is a completely practical oriented, and it is in terms of assignments, guys. In terms of assignments I'm going to provide. Okay, so here, so my intention is, guys, the way the course is important to you, the course is important to you, similar way each and every student, for suppose you are the student, okay, you attended the classes, okay, you get a confidence, okay, if you face the interview and you got the job, okay, once you got the job, guys, trust me, you will refer me for the lifelong you will refer me. If anybody asks you, okay, then you will refer me, right? Because you learned, you attend the classes, you complete the course, you get the confidence, you attend the interviews and you got the job. So once you get a confidence, once you get the opportunity, you will refer me. So each and every student is important to me. Once he get opportunity, I will get the referrals. Okay, the way this course is important to you, from each and every student point of view, he is important to me as well. Okay, so that's why, guys, I will show you the way. So that is my responsibility. I will show you the way. Learning related, you will attend one time, second time, whatever the possible times, if you want, you can attend. So learning related, whatever the sources are required, I can provide. Okay, so once you get the job, okay, that is important to me. Okay, so this is about the demo sessions, guys. Tomorrow also I will take a demo. So tomorrow, oh sorry, so these services related, guys, I will provide the details tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll discuss what is big data related, what is the services. Tomorrow I will discuss. So tomorrow also demo only. Monday onwards we'll start the Python sessions, guys. Tomorrow also demo only. You can go through this one, guys. Those who joined, okay, so if you do not fill a form, you can fill a form and you can join the group, guys. So those, okay, so who is pursuing the graduation also, they can attend, guys.
Srinivas, sorry for the disturbance, but
So
I am having so many questions to ask.
Saurav, wait, 2 minutes, wait. I will let me complete once. No, 1 second. Guys, give me 1 second. Okay. So here, these are all the details. So guys, okay. So here, my details are, okay, 93460607994. So if you want to any questions, you can message me in WhatsApp. I will connect one to one. Okay, I can connect one to one. I can talk to you guys. So remaining, guys, I will address the questions now. Okay. So just 1 minute, let me recap once. So today what did we understand is, there is a data. The data can be generated from the any web applications, any sensors related, whatever the data. So the data we can maintain in the database. Earlier we are going to maintain in the databases, now also. And to organize the database, there is a softwares, Oracle SQL Server, like that. So to move the data from one place to another place, we can use the data warehousing, sorry, ETL tools. Database, we are going to maintain the transactional data, less amount of data. Data warehouse, huge amount of data we are going to maintain. So cloud computing, instead of maintaining your own environment, someone is going to provide the services. You can use those services and you can pay. And the responsibility of the data engineer is, so whatever the data, we have to get the data, organize the data as per the business, provide the data to the business team. So that is the responsibility of the data engineer. Okay, so let me address the questions, guys. Okay, so this is for today. Thank you.